what is power within the Black community, and do we have power currently? And if so, how can we use that power in order to uplift the community?
Martin Luther King taught that you didn't have to do violence, but he taught one thing: if you stick together as a group, you can make changes. So if we stick together, even in our community, it may start with one, but one bring another one, and another bring another one. We have to pick up one another and lift up people. Maybe some things will change. You won't get them all, but you can get a few.
The Sumner Rising project is an amazing initiative started by the community. This is the first step in addressing some of the issues. Addressing the need, but not only addressing the need, you're taking it from being an idea to an action. And then from this action, you're giving people insight on history and details of what you are asking for and the reasons why you're asking for this thing. And if you can't speak about what you're feeling, you have the opportunity to paint about it. You have the opportunity to heal about it through, the healing events. You have the opportunity to advocate about it through some of the meetings. It's literally teaching us how to now elevate our voices in a myriad of ways.
Black Men Build, we consider ourselves to be a revolutionary organization, which means that we stand on the shoulders and in the tradition of other Black revolutionary organizations. So it's important for us to be grounded in that. And also important, I think, to illustrate for folks that these conversations could be happening today. Having a relationship with Sumner is really important, and having great partners is the key to everything most of what we've been able to do. Because we want to reach more people. We want to spread the word about Black Men Build, and we want to share the offerings that our members are willing and able to make. That's one. And then two, Sumner Houses specifically is important because we are trying to reach, for the most part, working class Black people. And in any work that's meant to be transformative, you have to be in the community. That is where your power is. That's where your strength is. Because our goal is to give Black men and their families the tools they need to transform themselves and to transform their communities. And part of the tools you need to transform yourself is to heal.
This is the first Sumner Rising event for our NSTAT action plan. This is the first of several events that we're going to have throughout the summer, culminating in a fun event on June 22nd. We're going to watch Black Power mixtape and have a discussion about social justice.
Hey everyone, thank y'all for having me here. I'm Tony with Black Men Build. So we're going to play the movie. At the end, I'm going to help facilitate discussions. We're going to open it up to questions in the beginning, and then kind of like guide questions afterwards. So, sound good?
Yeah.
I wanted some grassroots up power to the people, legislation and laws that gave the grassroots real empowerment. You know what I mean? What I believed in was how we could get greater community control and community input into the political institutions that affect our lives. The very philosophy and slogan that we're spouting is all power to all the people. Whether you're white, black, blue, red, green, yellow, or polka dot, in the final analysis, we want real people's community control empowerment.
What are some of the things that you took away from it?
What I learned from it, that we can all come together as an individual and learn to love each other equally, it would be a better world. We have so much animosity here, so much bickering, not coming together as a team.
The most beautiful thing about it is realizing where we came from and what we stand for, and how we can learn to respect ourselves.
I've been here all my life, and you see the changes in my life. From when I was smaller to now that I've grown up to raise my children. Back in the day, they used to have the apples, the night center for the kids. They always had something to do for the youth. You know, they were never just hanging out.
What are the changes you've seen in your community that have, I guess after how you were saying, like it used to be, like you, however, then like it used to be like the place to be, everybody was here, versus I guess like to where we are.
funding was cut, other programs took over. They used to go play the basketball games, bowling, movies, roller skating. They always have something to do. And keep them on the streets. And that helps, believe it or not, that helps them.
When you see our kids hanging on the street, why do you think they did? They got nowhere to go. That's why it's so important to go to these meetings, find out what your borough president is doing, find out what your city councils are doing, because those people sit in the ivory tower and they make your decision and where your budget money go to. They make some.
What are programs that should be here that presently aren't and that we can work towards building?
Mental health. Yeah.
Mental health?
Mental health should be top.
I've seen the police, 20 police drag a girl last week, tase a girl the other day.
Oh my God.
That's because the people in the community,
Don't say it.
as far as the presidents of these places, people that's supposed to be running these places, they're not speaking up and they don't care. These congressmen, they have to do better, but they don't care because they're not living
They're
it.
not living here.
The reason we chose to do documentary screenings and then discussions, we consider that to be political education also, by the way, right? Political education is, yeah, we have more rigorous programs with reading lists and we have book clubs and, you know, other discussions, but you have to reach people in different mediums. And it can't always be, here's a stack of books, read them, answer these essay questions. When you want to bring people in, you know, sometimes it could be as small as, hey, let's watch this movie together and talk about it.
This is my first day here, so my goal is definitely to get to know the amazing people that I'll be working with. Thank you all for having me. So today we have paint. Every week it's going to be different materials, different supplies, different prompts. So we're going to start every group with a check-in, and you're just going to show how you feel today. Or maybe you had a good morning, maybe your morning was rough, and you can draw, you can write words, you can do stick figures. How are you showing up today? I'm just going to give you like maybe less than 5 minutes to work on it, okay? Our communities have generations of trauma stored up in their body, in their heart, their emotion, and their brain. And we have not, as a community, really been given an opportunity to process. We have coping mechanisms mainly through the arts. It's like that moment where you can bring grandma, granddaughter in the room together, and we're not even having a conversation, but through art, we end up having a conversation. If everybody's done, if you feel comfortable, we could share what you wrote.
I did a sign that says "Come Together as One," and I used the colors red, black, and green. You know.
Beautiful. I love that. I love the colored pencil on the canvas. Yeah.
I'm feeling happy, looking forward to a lovely Mother's Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I hope I broke my TV the other day, so I hope I have a big TV tomorrow.
For today, the goal is to think about one change that you want to see, and how would you want to represent that change in a work of art. So it's pretty open.
Stop shooting, start living, put the guns to him. My kid want to grow up.
Oh, I love that.
SOS, save our streets.
The healing events, these community events, are just ways for us to bring the resources to people in a way where it feels fun. Because sometimes there's a stigma on reaching out for help, right? So we try to break that stigma by giving them access, by providing food and music and activities where we make it a community event where we could show you like you can learn and it could still be a sense of community.
Tonight we're doing a game night. Just a fun little community building game night. Welcome everyone! Thank you so much for coming. I was not expecting this many people, so I apologize. And I am very excited for being surprised in this way. Alright, have a seat. Enjoy. Oh, you don't want pizza? Oh, okay. Good. Enjoy. Have a seat. Enjoy. Do you want to share a board or do you want your own board? You want to share a board? Well, if she's cheating, then she's going to be on your team and you'll be winning together. All right. Excellent choice.
I-21. B8.
Go ahead, London. I see you. Go ahead, baby. I see you. Come on, B7, hon. B7.
Bingo!
You cheated. We don't have time to play another round, but because this went so well, I'm going to make sure that we do another game night.
I've lived in the neighborhood for about 20 years now, and we're actually in the Peace Cafe at the Brooklyn Peace Center. And the Peace Cafe is a social enterprise that aims to serve great coffee, build community, and our constituents often consist of community residents first. We've also partnered with great groups like NSTAT at Sumner Houses to provide services for the community. So that's really helped us fulfill our mission, in a sense, to embody peace in the community and to be a safe space where people feel welcomed. And some people want to create art, and maybe they're interested in peace, but their main thing is creating spaces where artists can flourish.
I think first, I don't know if you remember last time, we just start with a quick check-in. So if everybody could use a small piece of paper, you could use just a plain pencil or the colored pencils, just to kind of say how you feel. You can write it in words, you could do stick figures.
I just thank God so much today that I have my health, my strength, and to be 75 years old, I've outlived my mother, I outlived my father. I have so much to be thankful for.
Sometimes me and her just feel like we right now. I feel blessed and thank God on this day. My name is Liz. I'm from the South. I've been out here 40 years and still got an accent. In my family, you look at me, I'm a woman that doctors say I have a brain tumor. And I know a lot of things that God can do, and He will too. And I'm asking Him, just heal me from the foot to the head and let me live my life. I want to be able to help other people.
You want to go?
I feel definitely like happy today. I feel encouraged. I feel encouraged to like seize today and make the most of it, get as much things as possible done. I definitely don't want to take today, like the nice day like today, let it go to waste. So I definitely want to get some homework done, go outside, have fun. I have practice today, so I have to get that done. And I get to see my grandpa today, so I'm happy about that. And I'm happy to hear like you have stories and stuff, and encouraging, definitely a new perspective on life and stuff. So it's definitely, I'm grateful to have that also. That's how I feel today.
Oh, jeez, I almost cried again.
What did safety and justice look like to you?
Think of Park Slope. You know, there are moments when you could go blocks in Park Slope and not see any police, and you still feel safe. And it's not because there's none there, or it's not because, you know, there's no crime. It's because there is a sense of safety and buy-in with residents and visitors and guests at Park Slope communities wherein police aren't needed. So how can I bring that sense of safety and that feeling of safety to Crown Heights, to Bed-Stuy? And it's by, one, teaching us how to advocate for ourselves.
In order to have safety, you have to strip away so many forms of violence, whether it's housing, food scarcity. So just having your basic needs met is such a fundamental thing that a lot of people don't even necessarily think about as to why stuff like justice is greatly impacted.
Safety and justice, what does it mean? A village, work as one.
I think the safety means community to me. Like, you know, like growing up here, I I always felt safe by knowing that someone is around.
Safety is a need. People need to feel safe for them to be able to flourish and thrive. That's one of the main needs that we have.
Safety and justice mean, to me, is making sure that the doors are kept locked.
You have a lot of kids in the community, you know, so you want to be safe sitting outside, but if you're not safe, then we can't sit in the house like hermits. We have to come outside. So I would love for it to be a safer environment for the youth and for the elderly.
We have to demystify organizing and transformative work and radical work. You know, people need to see everybody was a regular person at one point in time, even if they made themselves extraordinary. And in any kind of movement work, you need the hot and ready work, but you need the slow and steady work, right? You need people who can write grants. We need people who can fold clothes. We need people who can get active, but we also need people who could help with childcare. But we need everybody as part of this fight, and you know, you get in where you fit in as long as you're moving in the same direction with us.